So hello class, good morning. I am Angel May M. Sefrino, the little teacher of Study Hub number 3. So in this presentation, we'll be exploring the topic 4, which is the factors affecting child development. We will cover the biological factors, prenatal factors, physical environment, socioeconomic factors, cultural factors, family dynamics, social environment, educational factors, health and nutrition, and lastly, the emotional factors, providing you with a comprehensive understanding of the major categories of factors influencing child development, the specific ways in which factors can impact child growth, and the interconnectedness of these factors and their potential for both positive and negative effects. So I hope you find this informative and insightful. So before we start, please get a pen and some clean paper or a notebook ready. The pre-test will help us see what you already know about our topic. So okay class, in answering the pre-test, you will just choose the best answer for each question. So let's now begin. So for question number 1, we have: what is the term for the study of how environmental factors can influence gene expressions? So, letter A, genetics, letter B, epigenetics, letter C, heredity, or letter D, phenotype. So, are you done? So, let's proceed to number 2. Which of the following is not a prenatal factors that can impact fetal development? So, letter A, we have maternal nutrition. Letter B, exposure to toxins. Letter C, parental income. Or letter D, maternal stress. So are you done class? So now let's proceed to the question number 3. How can a child's physical environment influence their development? So letter A, access to safe housing and health care. Letter B, exposure to pollution and toxins. Letter C, availability of stimulating play spaces. Or letter D, all of the above. Choose your answer wisely. So number 4, what is the term for a parenting style characterized by a warm, clear expectation and open communication? So letter A, we have authoritarian. Or letter B, authoritative. Or letter C, permissive. Or letter D, neglectful. So number 5, how can cultural factors influence a child's development? Letter A, shaping parenting practices and beliefs. Letter B, defining social norms and expectations. Letter C, influencing language and communication styles. Or letter D, all of the above. So done? So now let's proceed to number 6. Which of the following is not a benefit of positive pair relationship for a child's development? So letter A, we have enhanced social skills. Letter B, increased academic performance. Letter C, improve emotional regulation. Or letter D, develop of empathy and conflict resolution skills. So number 7, what is the role of education in a child's development? So letter A, we have fostering cognitive growth and learning. Letter B, promoting emotional well-being and social skills. Or letter C, providing access to essential knowledge and skills. Or letter D, all of the above. Done? Okay, now let's proceed to the number 8. How can a child's emotional factors influence their development? So letter A, we have secure attachment with caregivers, promote emotional stability. Or letter B, experiences of trauma or stress can negatively impact development. Or letter C, emotional regulations and coping skills are essential for well-being. Letter D, all of the above. Number 9, Which of the following is an example of biological factors influencing child development? Letter A, exposure to lead. Letter B, parental income. Letter C, genetic predisposition to certain diseases. Or letter D, quality of early childhood education. So are you done? So now let's proceed to the last number. What is the main takeaway from understanding the interconnectedness of factors influencing child development? So letter A, each factor works independently to shape a child development. Letter B, a holistic approach is needed to support healthy development. Letter C, early intervention is crucial for addressing developmental challenges. Or letter D, both B and C. So okay class, great job on the pre-test. So now let's check the answers. So for question number 1, the answer is letter B, which is epigenetics. For number 2, we have letter C, which is parental income. For number 3, we have D, all of the above. Number 4, B, and number 5 is D. Number 6 is B, and 7 is D, and letter 8 is D. While in number 9, we have D, C, which is the genetic predisposition to certain diseases. And lastly, we have the number 10, which is both B and C. So what are your scores, class? Please post your score in the comments below. So now, let's proceed to our discussions of the factors that affect child development. So first, we have the biological factors that categorize into two, which are the genetics and epigenetics. But before diving in, let's know first what is biological factors. So when we say biological factors, it refers to the various soluble signaling molecules, gene vectors, and cell interactions that influence cellular processes such as differentiation, migration, and gene expression in biological systems. So now let's proceed to the two categories. First, we have the genetics. When we say genetics, heredity plays a crucial role in determining a child's physical characteristic, temperament, and certain abilities or disabilities. For instance, a child might inherit their parents' eye color, height, or predisposition to a certain disease like asthma. While when we say epigenetics, its environmental factors can interact with genes, influencing their expressions and impacting development. For instance, a child exposed to a high level of stress during pregnancy might have a higher risk of developing anxiety disorders later in life, even if they don't inherit a genetic predisposition for anxiety. So now we have the second factor, which is the prenatal factors, and also it's categorized into two, which are the maternal health and environmental exposure. So class, when we say prenatal factors, it means occurring or existing before birth. So now let's proceed to its categories. So maternal health, the health and well-being of the mother during pregnancy can significantly impact fetal development. A mother who maintains a healthy diet, receives adequate prenatal care, and avoids smoking and alcohol consumption is more likely to have a healthy baby. While in environmental exposures, exposure to toxins, infections, or harmful substances in utero can lead to developmental issues. For example, a mother who works in a factory with high levels of lead exposure might give birth to a child with cognitive impairments. So class, genetics, maternal health, and the prenatal environment are foundational to child development. Inherited traits, nutrition, and exposure to toxins during pregnancy significantly impact physical, cognitive, and emotional growth. Understanding these interconnected factors is crucial for early interventions and creating supportive environments that promote healthy development throughout life.
Good day everyone, I'm Jude Reynal, your teacher for today. Now let's continue our discussion for the third and fourth factor. Third, we have the physical environment. Living conditions such as access to safe housing, nutritious food, and adequate healthcare are essential for a healthy development. A child living in a home with a lead paint might experience developmental delays due to the lead poisoning. Exposure to pollution. Environmental toxins such as air pollution can negatively affect cognitive and physical development, leading to respiratory problems, developmental delays, and other health issues. For example, children living in areas with high levels of air pollution might have a higher risk of developing asthma or other respiratory problems. Fourth is socioeconomic factors. Income level of the economic stability plays a crucial role in determining access to resources such as education, healthcare, and extracurricular activities. A child from a low-income family might not have access to quality healthcare or educational opportunities, potentially impacting their physical and cognitive growth. Education parental. Education levels can influence parenting styles and the educational opportunities provided to children. Parents with higher levels of education are more likely to create a stimulating home environment, read to their children, and encourage their academic pursuits.
Cultural factors influencing childhood development. Number 1. Cultural norms and values shape child-rearing practices, emotional, social, and cognitive development. Number 2. Language and communication. Multilingual exposure enhances cognitive flexibility, problem solving, and language abilities. Number 3. Family dynamics. Parenting styles with authoritative or warm, structured, authoritarian or strict one, permissive, lenient, neglectful, unresponsive. Family relationships, parents-child attachment, emotional security, siblings relationship, empathy, conflict resolution, family cohesion, emotional stability. These are understanding about childhood development. Childhood development 0 to 18 years old encompasses physical, cognitive, social, and emotional growth, influenced by biological environment and social cultural factors. We have the key factors: biological, genetic, environmental, socioeconomic status, socio-cultural and cultural norms, parenting, family and social, parent-child relationship, health and emotional, nutrition, healthcare, developmental stages, infancy 0 to 1, physical growth, and the next one is toddlerhood, 1 to 3 years old, and they learn the language skills. The third one is early childhood, 4 to 6 years old. Cognitive expansion. Number 4, the middle childhood, 7 to 10, they learn the social skills. And the fifth one, adolescence, 11 to 18 years old, identity, information, importance. Number 1, supports healthy growth. Number 2, informed parenting. Number 3, enhance education. Number 4, promotes emotional well-being, foster resilience. And that's all for our understanding about the social, cultural, fostering economic growth.
Hello everyone, I am the next presenter. I am Lansdin Mates Galera. I am going to discuss to you about social environment and educational factor. What are you waiting for? Let's get started. So, social environment. The social environment is the setting where people live and interact. It includes the buildings and roads around them, the jobs available, and how money flows. Relationships between people, like who has the power and how different groups get along, and culture like art, religion, traditions. It includes the physical world and the way people relate to each other and their communities. Peer relationship. In peer relationships refers to the connection and interactions that adolescents have with their friends and peers. These relationships play a crucial role in shaping adolescent behavior, including behaviors related to substance use, fighting, and sexual activity. Next is community support. Communi- Community support may be defined as an idea or concept in which a community consisting of people working together offer aid to individuals who might otherwise find it difficult to manage their daily life on their own, such as the elderly or disabled person. Now we're going to educational factors. Factors that influence the quality of education are simple and precise to understand. The three core factors that define the education are as follows: learning styles, teaching strategies, and educational syllabus. Quality of education. Quality, of, Quality education is a holistic approach to learning that aims to develop the whole student, including their social, emotional, mental, physical, and cognitive development. It's a dynamic process that goes beyond traditional classrooms and equips students with the tools to navigate life's complexities. For the last one is the school environment. The school environment is the collections of relationships within a school community, as well as the physical and internal conditions that impact a student academic performance. A school environment is broadly characterized by its facilities, classroom practices, school-based health supports, and disciplinary policies and practices. It sets, it sets the stage for the external factor that affects students.
For today, I will be going to discuss about the topic 4 factors affecting child development. So my part in this topic is the 9 and 10. So number 9 is the health and nutrition. When we say health and nutrition, it is adequate nutrition is vital for physical growth and cognitive development. So in this health and nutrition, it is simple saying that eating healthy and taking care of your body is really important for kids to grow up strong and smart. So under health and nutrition, there is physical illness. So when we say physical illness, it is a chronic illness or disabilities can affect a child's ability to engage fully in developmental activities. So physical illness, having a chronic illness or disabilities can make it harder for kids to do things they enjoy. So the next discussion is the number 10, which is the emotional factors. So when we say emotional factors, it refers to the feelings and emotions that can influence our thoughts, behavior, and decision making. So in emotional factors, there are two related, which is the attachment, trauma, and stress. So when we say attachment, it is secure attachments with caregiver foster emotional stability and social competence. So when a child feels safe, loved, and supported by their parents or caregivers, it helps them become emotionally stable and good at socializing. So the next is the trauma and stress. So when we say trauma and stress, it is experiences of trauma or chronic stress can negatively impact emotional and cognitive development. So in simple terms, when a child experiences traumas and stress or upsetting situation, it affects their emotional and mental health. So that's all for my part in topic 4, factors affecting child and development. The number 9 is the health and nutrition, and the number 10 is the emotional factors. So I hope you learned something for my short, brief explanation. So for the conclusions of our overall topic is the These factors discussed in this module are interconnected and their effects can vary widely among individual children. So understanding these influences is crucial for supporting health development and addressing children's needs effectively. So, in these conclusions, we have the implications for childcare and education. So, there are five implications for childcare and education. So, number one is the holistic approach, individualized support, nurturing environment, early intervention, and lastly, the communication collaboration. So when we say holistic approach, childcare and education should adopt a holistic approach, recognizing the interconnected of various developmental domains. So the next is the individualized support. So when we say individualized support, recognizing individuals' differences and providing tailored support based on children's unique needs and experiences is essential. The next is the nurturing environment. So when we say nurturing environment, it is about creating safe, stimulating, and supportive environment that foster positive social and emotional development is crucial. Early intervention. So when we say early intervention, it is for children facing developmental challenges or risks can significantly improve outcomes. And lastly, the community collaboration. So when we say community collaboration, it is about building partnership with families, communities, and other organizations to create a network of support for children is vital.